Time is just after 6:51 here this Monday with your top stories before you step out the door. In your Sunrise Smart Start and some breaking updates, actress Hayden Panettiere has died. Best known for her roles in Heroes, Nashville, and Bring It On. No official cause of death has been announced, and her family is asking for privacy during this tragic time. Her father did release a statement saying, in part, "It is with profound sadness we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and to the millions who watched her on screen." Panettiere was 36 years old. There's going to be much more coming up here in just moments, including a recent interview Gail King just had with her coming up CBS Mornings at 7. New details here on a police investigation in Northwest Rochester. That scene Sunday afternoon. We were there on Smith Street near State Street. RPD tells us the Major Crimes Unit is handling this case, and more information on what was happening there should be released later today. We are working to find out if that is connected in any way to a new murder investigation nearby, just across the river in the Bow Street Bridge. The victim there, described as a black man in his 20s or 30s, found just south of the bridge Sunday. Police say they are still working to determine exactly when and where the homicide occurred. Captain Frank Umbrino tells us they got calls from someone spotting a body along the trail near Victor Street by the river, and the investigation led them down by the water. The man at the time was wearing a red soccer shirt with white stripes and dark shorts. Police say they believe the body was not there for that long. The medical examiner is still working to identify the victim, and Umbrino tells us they're asking anyone with information or saw anything suspicious to please come forward.
So what we'd like to do too is we'll go through our databases, see if we have anybody that fits the description of the individual, and then obviously if the public calls us with some names, you know, we can cross-reference and check and see. Obviously the sooner we can get him identified, you know, the quicker the investigation can move forward. If there's anybody whose relative or loved one hasn't come home and wears soccer apparel, you know, we would ask them to reach out to us right away. They can just call 911.
RPD is not saying how the man was killed at this point. New this morning, New York taxpayers paid out nearly $1.2 billion in film and TV tax credits last year. But Reinvent Albany says the state should be redirecting that money going to other sources such as public transit, clean water, and schools, as New York faces a projected $31.7 billion deficit by 2030. The governor's office says the credits create good-paying jobs and support local businesses where these series are filmed. The program reimburses up to 30% of eligible costs with a $700 million annual cap through 2036. Amazon, Netflix, Warner Brothers Discovery, and more receive tens of millions. One study found just 15 cents in direct tax revenue, though, coming out of every dollar spent on those subsidies for Hollywood. Your sunrise traffic here, 7 minutes to go until 7. 104, 590 on the east side. We're looking okay. West side there, 490. Things moving along and picking up on this first day of the new work week. Lake Ave 104, that's the only issue on our map, going up toward the north side, passing toward Charlotte. As you head out for your morning commute, just something to be aware of here in the city. Part of Elmwood Avenue is cut down to one lane due to bridge maintenance and repairs. That all begins today. The work on Elmwood between South Plymouth Avenue and Wilson Boulevard near Moore Road. It's going to take a couple of weeks, about a month. Should be done by Friday, September 18th. Drivers should expect delays, and you're encouraged to find alternate routes to get where you need to go for the next month or so. We'll go inside the Buffalo huddle. The Bills are headed on the road Saturday to take on the Cleveland Browns in the preseason game number 2 after beating Carolina at home. The final score against the Panthers 29-14 Saturday for game 1 of the preseason. A day of first for the Bills. That included the first time we've seen Josh Allen with his new weapon on offense, DJ Moore. All throughout training camp from Fisher here to Orchard Park, the connection with the quarterback and his star wideout has been clear, and that continued into the game Saturday. The duo linked up 3 times, a total of 61 yards. That made Moore the leading receiver on the day for the time he was out there. Many fans were surprised for head coach Joe Brady decided to give his starters some reps, including those 2 stars. And after the win, Allen spoke about being out there.
Just live reps against other people, different team, a different defense, making sure that we're communicating, different checks. And just things that happen on the field, we'll get to go in and talk about them. And, hey, like, if we get this look again in the season, let's try to do this. You know, it's like just learning as we go, especially with a guy like DJ of, you know, hey, if I see this and I give you this, do that.
Oh, it's just like head nod. This is what we're going to do, what we're going to run out there. Finding that chemistry there. Final forecast, a little muggy out there, humid, but we're trying to move some of these morning showers up, just about half. Yeah,
we've still got a chance for a couple of isolated showers for the next couple of hours, but once we are in the afternoon, we are in the clear. The clouds will start to dissipate. We get more sunshine. Temperatures make it to around 80 degrees. Same temperatures for tomorrow, only with less precipitation. Rain returns on Wednesday with the chance for a couple of non-severe thunderstorms, and then we get a little bit cooler and dry through the rest of the work week. Low temperatures in the 50s and high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s.
9 o'clock, it is the podcast Second Cup of Sunrise, live on the Rochester First streaming app. CBS Mornings on the way at 7. We've got more local news and weather at 7:25. Enjoy your Monday, everybody.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.